Hey guys, I think this is going to be my first ever Sonia Kashuk review. I own some of her brushes, but I don't think I have anything else other than this. But people have been like raving about her eyeshadows and stuff lately, and I know they have the Ion Neutral Matte Palette and the Ion Neutral Shimmer Palette, but for the holidays they just came out with the Ion Neutral Matte and Shimmer Palette, so this is like, I guess it's all the ones from the Matte Palette and all the ones from the Shimmer Palette just like jumbled up. I got this at Target. My Target for some reason usually only gets one or two of these limited edition, what do you call it, palettes. And then by the time I get there, they're sold out. Although the last one that she came out with, the jewel toned one, I did see that on clearance for 10 bucks, and I should have bought it when I saw it because I changed my mind and I went back for it and it was already gone. So this is just a little, it's a nice sleek little palette, and it's a cream color, very simple, and just says her name on the front. And it has a nice mirror in it, as you probably saw before, but it comes with 24 shadows altogether, and they're really tiny, which is kind of the only bummer about it. But there's a ton of colors in here. They're all neutrals, obviously. I have like the Naked palette, the first Naked palette from Urban Decay, and that's my main neutral palette, and I never got the second Naked just because I thought it was way too similar to the first. Now the third one is coming out and I really want that one because it's all pink toned and really pretty. But that being said, sorry I went off topic there for a minute, I couldn't resist this one because there's so many nice colors in here, and you get 24 different ones in one palette. So I'm going to go through all of them. Obviously there's no color names. So this first one right here, I need to like cover up the mirror. This one is a really good highlight color. This is the kind of color I usually use for my brow bone highlight every time I do my makeup. It's just a matte light cream shade. And I like that the mattes don't seem to be powdery in this palette, which is what you get a lot with, I guess this is considered drugstore, but it was kind of pricey. So the next one is, the one right next to it is a champagne shimmery, slightly shimmery, I guess you would call it a satin color. And that's what one, they have decent pigmentation to them, some better than others, but that's what that one looks like. I'll swatch, I may as well swatch them all for you. So that first one, again, back to that one, doesn't show up much because I'm so pale, but that's what I usually use for a brow bone highlight, that type of color in any brand. And then that's the shimmery satin type one. Next to that is a, this one's really like, feels really creamy. It's a darker cream matte color. They kind of just alternate back and forth between matte and shimmers. So you probably can't even see that one either. It's right there. That's why I was swatching them on my finger, because you can see them better that way. I'll just go back to doing that. This one is like a rosy pink almost, super pigmented. I will say the shimmery ones are way more pigmented than the matte ones in this palette. They're also softer. Next one is another matte. This one is more orangey toned cream color. Well, it's not really coming off orangey toned on the camera, but again, the matte ones, the light matte ones anyways, are not going to show up on my hand very well. And then there's a kind of a golden brown color. And that's a shimmer. So that one's super pigmented, as you can see. Now for this second row, I'm gonna go that way. The first color is a shimmer, and it's like another light shimmery brown. And then there's a matte kind of peach. Then there's a gold that's really pretty. And there's kind of like a matte golden color. And then I'm running out of fingers to swatch on. There's another light brown. And then there's a matte medium brown color. A lot of the matte colors make really good transition colors, so they're like, what am I trying to say? Very good crease colors. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, so now we're on to the second to last row, going that way. There's another matte brown. This one's a little darker than the last one I just showed. Then there's a dark shimmery brown. Another matte brown that's pretty much the same color as the shimmery one, the same tone of brown anyway. And then a shimmery golden brown. This is pretty much all browns in this row. Then a super dark matte brown. That one's very pigmented. And then there's a taupe. This is one of my favorite colors in the palette, very shimmery taupe color. And then the bottom row, let's see, this one. That one's almost like a red toned shimmery brown. Right next to it is a light matte brown. Then this one is super soft and pigmented. It's almost like a grayed out taupe. Show you how pigmented that one is. That one's really pretty and shimmery. Obviously it's a shimmer. And then right next to that is a matte gray, which is actually really good. I don't have many matte gray eyeshadows. I think the only one I have is in the Tarte for True Blood palette. That one's right there. Right next to that there's a sparkly black. Again, really pigmented. Oh, that wasn't a good swatch. That's the sparkly black. And then the star of this palette, I know it's like a neutral palette, but the black is amazing. I was super surprised with it. It's a matte black, which is, I know when I swatched it from my blog, I kept getting shimmer in it when I took pictures, because I have so much shimmer all over my hands from swatching this stuff, but check it out. Look how black that is. It's insane. This is like the Urban Decay Perversion color. And it swatches really well too. I just love, love, love that black. So, this is a really good palette to have overall, because now I've built up my neutral collection. I don't have all that many neutral shadows. Well, I guess if you count all the ones in palettes that I have, like the browns and the creams and everything, but to have them all in one place like this is really nice. Aside from the Naked palette, I like having this one. I don't think it's worth $30, not for the size of these shadows. I mean, they're pigmented, so they're gonna last a long time, but they're really, really tiny. What can I compare it to? The size of a dime, I guess. If they were round, they'd be close to the size of a dime. But you are getting 24 different shades, so you really can't complain about that. It's, again, a mix of mattes and shimmers, so you get 12 mattes and 12 shimmers, which is always a nice nice selection to have. All different shades of brown. There's so many shades of brown in this palette. Oh, there goes my phone. Okay, sorry about that. But yes, this is a palette I would definitely recommend, but maybe more so if you can wait until it goes on clearance, which will probably be in a couple months. It's usually, they have these out for a couple of months before they clearance them. Like if your Target has a bunch, then I wouldn't worry about it, just wait till it goes on clearance. But if you can't wait, it's definitely an awesome palette to have. Like I said, I wouldn't say it's worth $30. I know the what do you call it, the matte palette and the shimmer palette by themselves are $20 a piece. They're $19.99, but the shadows are bigger, so I would say that's worth it. They should have priced this one at 20 bucks. But other than that, I really like it. It's another nice neutral palette to have, especially if you don't have many neutral palettes. But that's pretty much it. So I'm going to have a review on my blog with better swatch pictures and everything, so that will be linked below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.